fees.
Oh, you're the best Capital One Bank guy.
Hey, mind if I get a selfie?
Sure.
Say, Capital One, what's in your wallet?
Terms apply. See CapitalOne.com/bank for details. Capital One N.A. member FDIC.
San Antonio's Sports Star. San Antonio's Sports Center.
Well, the Dallas Cowboys fell yesterday to the Philadelphia Eagles, while the Houston Texans blew a 23-7 lead to fall 26-23. Dallas Cowboys quarterback Dak Prescott's expected to have season-ending surgery, pending one final second opinion in New York today. And the Cowboys have just signed Will Grier to be their third quarterback. He will join the practice squad.
This is Extra Innings with Pleasure.
Truth is, I am Iron Man.
Rock and roll! The Texans win it!
You've been called the Da Vinci of our time. What do you say to that?
Absolutely ridiculous. I don't paint.
That ball is history! A walk-off home run!
And it's going to be legendary.
James Pledger wraps your day with insight, opinion, plenty of sarcasm, and of course, your calls. He'll even pour a beer out the door for his favorite story of the day. This is Extra Innings with Pledger. Now, here's Pledge.
What's up, Danger? Can't stop me now!
Welcome into Extra Innings with Pleasure right here on San Antonio Sports Star, 94.1 FM, sasportstar.com. I am James Pledger. Thanks for joining me. However you may be doing that, whether that's on 94.1 on your FM dial, if you're listening online at sasportstar.com via our AA Best Bail Bonds audio player, you can listen to all of our shows live there, or you can watch all of our shows live on YouTube. Just go to YouTube, search at SA Sports Star, subscribe, comment along, like the shows. You got this one. You got the Morning Huddle from 6 to 10 with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson. And you have the Blitz with Jason and Joe weekdays from 2 to 6, as that's where we're going to start today, because Micah Parsons made a bit of a firestorm for himself with some comments after the Cowboys game. And then earlier today on his podcast tried to defend those comments. And I don't know how great of a job he did. The Blitz was discussing Micah Parsons' initial comments, followed by his defense of said comments.
When Micah Parsons was asked, because he's accusing people on Twitter of twisting his words. This is the clip. He was asked about Mike McCarthy and his job security.
You know, that's above my pay grade about if Mike is coaching again next year. But, you know, all coaching aside, Mike can leave and go wherever he wants. But guys, I kind of feel bad for guys like Zach Martin and guys who might be on their last year or on their way out, because that's who I wanted to hold the trophy for. You want to win games and do great things with those type of legends who put in more time and work than Mike McCarthy ever did. So those are the kind of guys that I have so much sympathy and hurt for.
Wow. That's just a complete disrespect for not just Mike McCarthy, but for any coach for that matter.
Now, again, you hear that. Nobody's twisting words.
No.
I think what he was trying to say was when Zach Martin's playing career was over, and it might be over, and he might have inadvertently spoiled Zach Martin's retirement announcement. Like the players in the room know this might be it for Zach Martin. I think he was trying to say when Zach's playing career is over, it's over. Mike McCarthy, if he gets fired, can go get another job. That's not what he said, but I don't want to twist his words. You just heard the words. Rex Ryan, who takes every opportunity he can to rip the Cowboys, this time actually defended Mike McCarthy.
He doesn't deserve that. Mike McCarthy, no coach deserves that, because the hours, trust me, my friend, the hours this guy's putting in, no player is putting in the work that a head coach is, I can assure you. And look, you can have some private issue, all right? Go to the owner, go to whoever, go to Mike McCarthy. But why the hell do you think you need to say that why do you need to hurt this man? Who do you think gets blamed for everything? He gets it anyway. And so why are you piling on? All right, yeah, dead man walking. Yeah, he is. But you know what? He's professional as hell. He hadn't once blamed a damn player, ever. It's bullshit.
Yeah.
And I'm glad you said that, and I'm not the least bit uncomfortable with you using that word because that is exactly what it actually is.
True. That was on Get Up this morning.
Yeah. And it's the comment there. And you could say, he meant well, but the comment is that he puts in a lot more time than Mike McCarthy ever did. And I believe that's a direct quote.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So that is a shot at Mike McCarthy. Any way you slice it, that's not twisting anything.
So Mike on Twitter, everybody's twisting my words, blah, blah, blah. Mike McCarthy in his afternoon press conference said man-to-man, they had a talk today. But Micah did say on Twitter, boy, on my podcast, The Edge tonight, I'm going to tell the truth and nothing but facts. I haven't heard these, but Pledge just pulled them because apparently he dropped his pod early to get it out of the way. Mike McCarthy or Micah Parsons on Mike McCarthy, the criticism from the media.
And at the end, a guy like Woody, right, a former player, he's a Super Bowl champ, he should know the significance of one, throwing out someone's injury. Like I wanted to get injured. Now that's blatant disrespect. I've never missed a game in my career, not college, not high school, not even to about 4 or 5 weeks ago to injury. To say that I'm just missing games because of injury, like it's just some injury after I suffered a significant injury playing the game that we love. Someone who's been around teams and legends at that can say, like, that's how I know we all have to see through the BS of what these TV analysts are trying to do and, provide us and basically take words I never once threw or even intended to throw Mike McCarthy under the bus.
You did.
Like I said, he's one of the most winningest coach. He is a Super Bowl champ. I never once brung up his past. And the question that was asked was about here in the Dallas Cowboys, did I see Mike McCarthy in our future? And I said, that's above my pay grade. So never once did I ever intended or wanted to reflect on Mike McCarthy's career because I always knew it was a good one. I've always had a great relationship with Mike McCarthy, and I never even put that in question. And for a guy like Rex Ryan, I just know he wanted to coach the Cowboys. Like, I'm perfectly happy that we have Zimmerman, because if we have a guy that's willing to go on TV and provide this type of nonsense, imagine what he could do to a locker room. Like, that's just honestly just outrageous to me.
Outrageous.
Yeah, except for those were your words. That might not have been your intention. And your coach's name is Zimmer, not Zimmerman.
Yeah.
But don't let facts get in the way of a good story here, Micah Parsons. And kind of the way I thought, he did say on his podcast that the comments were meant to be more about Zach Martin.
Coaches are, their careers are way longer. They can decide to take a better job. They can move on. You kind of see that a lot from DCs, OCs, head coaching positions. Sometimes better job openings just open up. And you truly never know. You never know how the dice is going to roll with coaches. But when you talk about guys you consistently going to war with, man, like guys that I seen Tyron and Zach barely can walk throughout the week, take a Toradol, go out there and play, being half a man basically and giving us our best effort. So when you see those type of things, you see guys pushing through injuries, pushing through just so much difficulty it is to play in this league. Yes, 100%. Every time I'll always choose the brother that we're going to bleed with, we're going to work with, because in the end, it's only a small group of us,
Micah, you're the one, you said it. And again, if the words didn't come out of your mouth the way you actually intended, that's fine. But the ramble on your podcast about it, it almost sounds to me like you're making it worse.
He is making it worse. And don't you work with Mike McCarthy? I know he's not on the field with you, but he is a part of the team. Is he not?
Yep.
And so there again, to me, is a shot. The coaches, they don't mean anything. It's just the brothers that are on the field.
Again.
So he just keeps digging that hole deeper and deeper and deeper.
And it's true. He is digging the hole deeper. And just own it. Say, yeah, those are the words that came out of my mouth. That's not what I meant. I misspoke in what I said, because you did. You said Mike McCarthy doesn't put in the work that a Zach Martin does, which is blatantly false, which is why Rex Ryan was as mad as he was. And Mike McCarthy has done nothing but stand up for his players at every single turn throughout this season, throughout every season. And for you to question his work ethic, it sounds like, or how much he puts into it, dude, we know he sleeps at the facility a lot of nights. He puts in a ton of work, and you're denigrating the amount of work that he puts into this. And talk about guys that go out there and lay it all out on the field. Remember, this isn't even a year ago. Mike McCarthy last year, December 8th, on a Wednesday, had his appendix taken out, emergency surgery, coached the game that Sunday. You can admit you're at fault. But much like Jerry Jones, it starts at the top. He won't admit fault with the curtains. Micah won't admit fault with his words and just say, I'm sorry, I misspoke. That's not what I meant. And that whole thing could be swept and gone away. But instead, you are then firing shots at the media for misinterpreting what you said. No, they're taking your words at word value. Jason Minix actually decoded your words into what he thought you meant when you tried to say it. But instead, you're attacking us for playing the words right there for everyone to hear. It starts at the top. This is a Jerry Jones issue. Micah just falls in line with the exact same thing about not taking accountability for what you've done. This is Extra Innings with Pledger. I am James Pledger right here on San Antonio Sports Star, 941 FM, sasportstar.com. Man, I don't know how else to say it. It was a choke job last night. The Houston Texans choked in front of the nation on Sunday Night Football. It was an abysmal collapse. The Morning Huddle discussed what went wrong and if there's any hope for the Texans at all this season. We'll get into it coming up here before we take you to Monday Night Football presented by Flight by Yingling, the next generation of light beer.
It's the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson.
Tuesday on the Morning Huddle, the Spurs took on Sacramento and DeMar DeRozan. We'll look back.
We wrap up Week 10 on Monday Night Football with the Rams and the Dolphins. We'll start looking towards Week 11. Party starts at 6.
It's the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson. Morning 6 to 10 on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Guys, Underdog is the place to play if you're a sports fan looking to win money while you're watching sports. They've got all your favorite leagues, teams, and stars to choose from. You think Dak is going to have higher or lower yards than his stat coming up in this game? You can make money off that opinion at Underdog. Create entries with football, basketball, mix and match. You can do it all. They've even got college sports as well. I've been playing a lot of those college props. I think there is some money to be made in those deals. This week on Underdog, I'm looking at the Spurs. I'm going Wemby to go over on his rebounds. And guys, again, every sport is available on here. It's a blast, and it just makes the games more interesting. This season, they're running a special promo or bonus almost every single day. Profit boost, discounts, free picks. They're basically a sure thing. A player has to get higher than a half a point to get the win. All new users get a free pick. Download the app, sign up with the promo code Alamo, deposit now, and get up to $1,000 in bonus cash immediately. That's promo code Alamo. Must be 18 or older. Present in a state where Underdog Fantasy operates. Terms apply. Concerned with your play? Call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit ncpgambling.org.
Real estate is out of control. Between guaranteed offer programs and new laws about agent commissions, it's gotten so confusing. Know what's not confusing? Paying someone a low flat fee to sell your house. And that's where Listing Spark comes in. Listing Spark is Texas' flat fee real estate company. Flat fee selling is sweeping the nation because it's faster and it keeps more money in your pocket. In fact, professional real estate investors have known about it for years. With Listing Spark, you don't have to pay hefty agent commissions, and you don't have to leave money on the table. If you have a house worth $400,000, you actually sell it for $400,000 without paying $24,000 in agent commissions. And get this, if you get started today with Listing Spark, you can list with a local brokerage for as low as $395. Contact Listing Spark today to find out how much your home is worth for free. See, it's simple. Call 800-MLS-LIST or go to listingspark.com. That's listingspark.com. Listing Spark. Thousands of Texan homeowners agree. Selling's better with a low flat fee.
This holiday at T-Mobile, I'm joined by a special co-anchor.
What up, everybody? It's your boy, Big Snoop D-O-double-G.
Snoop, let's talk about T-Mobile.
Okay, cool.
This holiday, get 4 lines for $25 a line, plus 4 iPhone 16s with Apple Intelligence and the all-new camera control on us.
Let's get cracking, like a breakfast egg.
You can use those eggs to make some eggnog, Snoop.
Respect.
And people do love T-Mobile, where you can save on every plan versus the other big guys.
You know, y'all can take some of those savings and buy some Snoop merchandise.
Always a great stocking stuffer, Snoop.
We up out of here, so drop that jingle.
Hold your horses, Snoop D-O-double-G. Let's remind people one more time.
Head to T-Mobile.com and get 4 iPhone 16s with Apple Intelligence on us, plus 4 lines for $25.
With 24 monthly bill credits, 4 eligible trade-ins, and 4 new lines with autopay. Well-qualified customers plus taxes and fees and $35 per line connection charge. Cancel entire account before receiving 24 bill credits and credit stop and balance on required finance agreements due. $829.99. Credits end if you pay off device early. See how you can save on wireless and streaming versus the other big guys at T-Mobile.com/switch. Apple Intelligence available now.
Progressive knows finding your new home was a dream come true. You wanted a colonial with high ceilings, hardwood floors, and a peaceful neighborhood. And you found it. Now, every Saturday at 6 a.m., you get to wake to the sound of your neighbor's leaf blower. Progressive can't save you from your noisy neighbors, but we can save you money when you bundle your home and auto with us. Get a quote at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and other insurers not available in all states.
Are you a chronic interrupter? Incapable of letting other people talk? Do those people ask, how do you sleep at night? Then you should go to Mattress Firm. They have a 120-night sleep trial, so you can get your money back if a bed's not right. That way, anyone, even someone like you, can sleep. Get matched at Mattress Firm. Sleep at night. Restrictions apply. See store or website for details.
When you hear Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade, you probably think of larger-than-life balloons and show-stopping performers. But this year, for the first time, you should also think of incredible deals, because Macy's is counting down to the big day with our first ever parade of deals happening now. We have big savings on gifts, like 25 to 40% off sweaters and fleece. And every day, find new deals online all the way through the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade. Savings off already reduced prices. Exclusions apply.
Still getting around to that fix on your car? You got this. On eBay, you'll find millions of parts, guaranteed to fit. Doesn't matter if it's a major engine repair or your first time swapping your windshield wipers. eBay has that part you need, ready to click perfectly into place. For changes big and small, loud or quiet, find all the parts you need at prices you'll love. Guaranteed to fit every time. But you already know that. eBay. Things, people, love. Eligible items only. Exclusions apply.
Every day, Cintas service reps help businesses get ready for the workday. They provide freshly laundered workwear delivered every week. Mats, mops, restroom and cleaning supplies. First aid and safety products to help your employees stay safe. They even test and inspect fire extinguishers and emergency lights. Cintas helps keep your business running smoothly. See what Cintas can do for you. Visit Cintas.com.
Oh, I'm ready!
And get ready for the workday.
Lowe's knows you want to get even more value for the holiday. That's why as a My Lowe's Rewards member, you get new member deals on holiday decor, tools, and more. And you earn points when you shop. More points equal more rewards to help you save on holiday and more. Not a member? Join for free today at Lowe's.com/MyLowe'sRewards, because Lowe's knows deals. Program subject to terms and conditions. Points are awarded on eligible purchases. See Lowe's.com/terms for full details. Subject to change.
It's Extra Innings with Pledger on 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star.
Let's just call Sunday night what it was. The Texans wet the bed, and a multitude of reasons. Their second half, they outscore their opponents. The differential, I believe, is 56 points. Their second half differential is 59. So they are equally as bad in the second half as they are in the first. And they may be the one team that is worse than the Dallas Cowboys coming out of halftime. They have had 0 second half touchdowns since week 6 of the season. They are the worst team in the league at putting a quarterback in a bad situation. At 3rd and long of 10 plus yards this season, CJ Stroud has 50 such plays. The next closest is Deshaun Watson at 37. The next closest after that, the active players, Aaron Rodgers at 37, Caleb Williams at 36, and Daniel Jones at 35. That is how bad the Texans offense is. And then what a bad situation they are putting CJ Stroud in. The Morning Huddle this morning discussed the debacle last night at NRG Stadium, in which the Texans just let a 23-7 lead wilt away little by little throughout the game.
I'm not afraid of the Texans either. I'm going to throw it out there. The Texans are fool's gold. They're a phony good team.
See, I saw it entirely different. I think that they played the best team in football, literally and I'm saying after this weekend, by a healthy margin, they're the best team in football. They fought them valiantly, and it took a field goal at the end to get beat. Now, that second half was certainly nothing to write home about. There was a lack of ingenuity, I would say. But all in all, man, I woke up this morning just like when they lost to Green Bay. You go, I thought they were valiant in defeat. I'm not mad at them more than I am impressed with just what Detroit is doing.
They were up 23-7 on Jared Goff's absolute worst day, and they still lost. The Texans become the first team since 1970 to intercept their opponent 5 times and still lose the game.
I agree.
1970.
So you lay that on the Texans and you don't look at Detroit that, it took that for them to lose to win by a field goal.
Do you think Detroit played terribly? Detroit was really bad yesterday.
See, I it's funny when you watch a game by yourself and you don't get you don't have a conversation with somebody that sees things slightly different. Because when I turned off the TV and after they had kicked the field goal to win it, my last thought was, but for a wide receiver, but for a player here or there, they would have just beaten the best team in football. And it took everything. They went and got 5 interceptions. I mean, they did a lot of stuff right. And for a young team to lose like that is exactly what I thought. They're better than they were last year. They're better than they were a month ago, but they're just not good enough to beat a great football team yet.
And they're not good enough to beat a great football team with the way they play, because they don't play to put teams away. They play scared. In a sense, they built a lead and they thought they could rest on their laurels with it. And that's not how the NFL works. That's not how good teams work. That's what Bill O'Brien tried to do in a playoff game against Kansas City after going up 24-3. And he ended up blowing that lead. That's not how you win football games in the NFL. You got to stomp on a team's throat sometimes. This is Extra Innings with Pleasure. We got Dolphins and Rams coming up next. Monday Night Football on your home for Monday, Thursday, Sunday Night Football. Your home for the NFL in general is presented by Flight by Yingling, the next generation of light beer.
San Antonio's Sports Star.
Prescriptions require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. Restrictions apply. See website for details and important safety information. Subscription required. Price varies based on product and subscription plan.
Hi, I'm Dr. Peter Stahl, board-certified urologist and senior vice president of men's sexual health at HIMSS. In my 12 years of practice as a reproductive urologist, I've helped many guys with ED, and it has never been more convenient to treat than it is right now, thanks to HIMSS. It really wasn't easy before. You had to take time out of your day, come to a physical office, and see a specialist like me in person. Now, through HIMSS.com, you can get world-class sexual health care and a full range of treatment options for ED through a 100% online process. It starts with a free assessment from a medical provider licensed in your state who can determine if ED treatment is right for you. If prescribed, your medication is shipped to you for free. So don't wait. Join the hundreds of thousands of guys who've gotten help for their ED through HIMSS.
To start your free online visit and find ED treatment at up to 95% off brand name prices, go to hims.com/joy. That's hims.com/joy for your free online visit.
Hey, James Pledger. The NBA is finally back. Play Pick 6 from DraftKings, an official partner of the NBA. It's super simple to get started. First, download DraftKings Pick 6 app. Then, select 2 or more players, like Wemby and CP3, and choose if they'll have